Hey guys, what's up? This is Dave Fatula, and I wanted to make this video for you to detail how the Homeowner Direct program works and how it might be beneficial for you, and to see if you might be a good fit for the program. So the bottom line is, what we're going to show you is how to make more money. I mean, that's basically what every business owner needs to do. And so we're going to cover how we get you the highest quality appointments with decision makers, whether that's commercial or residential, because it will work the same if you only do commercial, but it just works better if you do both commercial and residential work. And these appointments will be for the exact specific service that you offer or that you want more of, which is one of the questions that we'll ask you below. And we will show you the step-by-step process to maximize your profitability that we have used to generate tens of thousands of extremely high quality estimates and millions of dollars in new revenue for our clients. And it works the same in a lockdown economy. It works the same in a quarantined economy. And if you are currently in a business that you are under the quarantine, or you're not considered an essential business, this will still apply to you for when the quarantine is over. But if you're currently under lockdown or still providing essential services, then this will also apply to you immediately. So I don't want to waste your time. And so again, let's just get straight to the point. This is for business owners who, number one, want to make more money and have the ability to take on work. So if you are just, just have a single crew, that might work for you. We'd have to talk about your specific circumstances. Or if you are the business, it's probably not going to work for you. You have to have the ability to take on work. And if you want to, number two, recession-proof or lockdown-proof or quarantine-proof your business, and regardless of what's going on, if you want to thrive in any economy, this is for you. And the number three thing is, you have to be honest and offer high-quality service. So if you're out there and you're being dishonest and you're inadvertently ripping people off and people are complaining and all that stuff, and you're not offering a really high quality service, this isn't going to be the program for you. And I also have wrote that you have to have a proven track record of success, integrity, and positive reviews. Again, if you're not offering a really high quality service, it's going to be very difficult, if not actually impossible, for this to work for you. So you're probably wondering, how are you going to make me more money? So before I go into how, I'm just going to show you a little bit, so you know that you're not wasting your time by watching this video, how you will make more money, but that we do make our clients money. So this, for example, was a roofing client that we had, a couple roofing clients. One lead turned into 3 very large buildings. One of them was 200,000 square feet, so it was a $400,000 job, and he ended up closing that one, so that was great. Another one was a landed contract for $66,000. Another client of ours was $250,000 and then $1.2 million for 2 different complete replacement options. This one was for $100,000 for a commercial replacement. This one was for a $140,000 job. This one, I don't even know what the bid size was, but TPO roof on a commercial property. And we had also a $2 million claim, and then also a $235,000. I think they did end up landing this one, so that's great. So again, you want to make money. That's why you're watching this video. And so this is another. This is getting into how we work and how we operate. So we have been sending, this is a fencing company that we work with that's in the Homeowner Direct program. So for the past almost 2.5 years, 25 months, we have been partnering with him. And just this past month alone, I think we have about 20 phone calls and about 10 email leads. And as you can see, just the phone calls have been almost 1,400 calls. So that's like, what is that, 60 or 80 or so direct phone calls to him for the past 2.5 years, every single month. So I'll get into more of how this happened and how we do this for our clients in just a second here. Let me go back here. So yeah, you're probably wondering how does this work? So the first thing is that like when people search for a service on Google, I mean there's hundreds if not thousands of searches for somebody looking for a particular service in a particular area. So if you're a tree service contractor in Fresno, there's people searching for tree service, tree removal, tree trimming. People type in all kinds of things, tree care, tree contractor, I think they say tree removal. And so they will go on to Google and they will search for it, and some people will click in the advertising section here, but the only thing is that this can get very, very expensive very, very quickly. So what happens is it costs like anywhere from $5 to $20 to sometimes $50 just for a single click, not for an actual lead. Sometimes people have the wrong number, or they're looking for a particular company, or sometimes competitors go on here and click, and it costs them, you know, $5 to $50 just for a single click. And it might take 5 or 6 clicks just to get a phone call, and sometimes it takes, you know, 6 or 7 5 or 6 phone calls to get an appointment. So you can see, and then 5 appointments to get a sale. The customer acquisition cost can be really high from any type of advertising. So the people who are really killing it are the companies that are listed what's called in the organic map section here, and the organic search or Google organic search section. Okay, so some people will use Yelp, but a lot of people won't for whatever reason. They don't trust the reviews, or they just want to go on to Google. And so we know for sure, and because I've tracked these the last 4.5 years, that this is a client of mine, and we have sent him over anywhere from 50 to 100 plus calls. These are actual calls from customers who are looking for tree service in Fresno for the past 4 years or so. And so they call here on the mobile phone, or they click here and visit the website, or they just go straight to the website and make a phone call. And so it goes directly to the tree contractor. And so we build that out, and they only pay if they close a deal. So it works out really, really well. The same thing for pool service. I have a guy that I've been working with for a couple of years now. This is the listing that we built him, and this is the website that we built him right here. And again, that gets about 50 to, in the off season, it gets about 40 calls a month in the winter. And then in California and Fresno, there's about, well, pretty much spring, summer, and fall. And even in winter, it stays somewhat busy, but about 50 to 100 calls a month. And same thing for concrete, concrete driveways, concrete contractor. We have a listing here. And again, it's all is essentially free traffic. So we would, number one, let me go back to the listing here. We would set up a website, a maps listing, and a call tracking number, and we would forward it to you. Okay, so what that looks like is, like for our fencing guy, okay, we would set up a fencing site in your city or in one of the suburbs that you're working in, and we would set that up and have all of the contact information except for the call forwarding number. So we would have track of all of the calls that come through, and then all of the email leads that come through, and then you're basically only paying off of a percentage of the business that comes in. So it doesn't cost you, or there's essentially no risk to it. So we interview you, we get your competitive advantages. We set up your unique selling proposition, your brand story, and then again we put your information on the website. Then we study and we implement we study the Google algorithms, and then we implement our ninja tactics, because the website isn't as important as actually getting phone calls from that website. I mean, that's the most essential thing. So after we get our sites ranked, which would mean like here, for example, in the free section, and here in the quote free or the organic section, then that's when you start getting phone calls from customers directly looking for phone calls to you from customers that are looking for the service that you're offering in your area. Then you show up, you write the estimates, you close the deals, and this is one of the questions we're going to ask you in the application. Can you close? Because we're going to send you the highest quality customers, but can you close them? Do you have any selling ability? And that's very important that this works out for you, then it will work out for us, because you only pay a small percentage on the deals that close. There's no monthly fees, there's no cost per lead, no advertising fee, and essentially there's no risk to you. So if you're wondering, like, how are we different than everything else you've tried? So there's no third party. So like when you go to Home Advisor, when you go to Yelp, even when you go to Angie's List, when you go to Networks or Thumbtack, those leads are usually shared, okay, with 3 or 4 other contractors, sometimes 5, and they don't come through at the point of sale. So they're going through a third party, right? So when a customer contacts you directly, there's no delay. So all you have to do is pick up the phone and schedule the estimate, and the customer you get to do with them whatever you want. And so there's no monthly fees, and there's no fees unless you are making money. So what would your business look like if you got 20 extra calls a month for the exact service that you're wanting to offer, or 50 calls or 100 plus calls a month for the next, let's say, 4 years or 5 years? I've had clients now for the same site for 4 and 5 years, and you didn't have to pay a monthly retainer fee. What would that mean? I mean, what would even one customer be worth to you? I mean, if you're offering a higher end job, commercial services, or let's just say for a roof or for a tree removal, I think some of those jobs can get up into $10,000 plus, or $30,000, depending on what type of service that you're offering. So if that's something that you would be interested in discussing more about, go ahead and scroll down and complete the application below. Fill out the questions. And we don't work with everybody, as you'll see kind of in the application process below. But if you think that this would be a good fit for you, I'd love to talk more. So schedule a time for your discovery call, and we will see if it's something that we could both work out. So I look forward to speaking with you, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.